we stand together, we'll never fall. We can make a difference and answer the call.
Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of the All Around Growth Podcast. My name is Rob Kaiser, and I am your host. Today is Monday, April 4th, 2022. This is episode number 317 of a show that provides insight and tools to build the life and homestead of your dreams. Today, one of the ways that we are providing insight to build the life and also the homestead of your dreams is through Men of Order. Because it is Monday, we are going to take a look at a motivational Monday, a Men of Order Monday, a Masculinity Monday. You call it what you want, but we are referencing one of the top 5 trending articles from menoforder.com today, where you can learn and read more about masculinity content that brings mature men closer to power, wealth, and sovereignty. I am a contributor over there, along with many other great men who are writing articles on money, dating, mindset, sports, tech, culture, and an entire section dedicated to the Joe Rogan experience. So if any of that tickles your fancy, I would really encourage you to check out menoforder.com. And the trending articles in the archive are as follows. We got Kamar Daniel writing about the top 3 VPNs of 2022. We've got Brian Sharp writing about how Russia and China are going to launch a new international currency. We've got the 5 best knockouts of 2022, UFC knockouts by Cassius Cam. We got 6 exercises to optimize your masculinity by Cassius Cam. And then Nate Diaz asks the UFC for release, also by Cassius Cam. Cam's been putting out a lot of good content lately. Give him a follow on Twitter. If you use social media like Twitter, Cam's a good follow, always linking up to good stuff coming out of Hotep Nation. But when I first looked at this morning, I thought that I would talk about the top 3 VPNs because I recently installed a VPN on my home network. But then as I read the top 5 titles, I thought Russia and China to launch a new international currency. And honestly, guys, VPNs are smart. I think you should use them. I'll go ahead and link to the top 3 VPNs of 22 in the show notes. But I'm going to dive into this article on Russia and China launching a new international currency and why that might matter. All right, so I'll link to this too. It's a short read. It's a 3-minute read. And a lot of these articles are very easy to reference in Men of Order because, well, we are receiving some good, valuable coaching on how to write and to make the information that we have to share readily available and easily digestible. So here we go. International currencies. All right, what's up with that? Could this new Russia-China cooperation spawn a new cryptocurrency? One that may rival Biden's CBDC initiative. Okay, so this actually, while it's a 3-minute read, I can't read and drive, okay? But I think that this is important for several reasons. And I may not actually end up talking about the article itself titled Russia and China to launch new international currency. Why might I not talk about that even though I brought it up? Well, I'm talking about it because we had some dialogue in the chat group t.me/allaroundgrowth recently about cryptocurrencies and how I have set things up with a new bank recently that will allow me to get paid a portion of my direct deposit and automatically convert that into Bitcoin. It's called Strike. It is an app that works in conjunction with a bank. My payroll knows no difference. And as far as they're concerned, it's just a small bank that I'm having funds transferred into. And once those funds are in there, I will transfer them out of there into my own personal wallet. And that will be my first intro in getting paid with Bitcoin. All right. So what is the international currency now? Well, the US dollar is used as kind of an international currency. We've got the euro. And Brian speaks pretty eloquently about this article because he's more educated on these topics. And this is very much a part of the reason why I am grateful to be participating in this community and also just reading articles and learning from this community. So, there's a lot going on, as far as I can tell, with Men of Order. And if you like what you hear about the idea of Men of Order and being the leader you were born to be, I would encourage you to check it out and stay tuned for what the future has in store, because there may be some interesting things coming up, including things like content creation, mentorship, accountability, coaching, things like that. All sorts of things. So stay tuned if you want to learn more, and check out menoforder.com to peruse the archive of content there. But like I was saying, we were talking about cryptocurrency recently in the chat group. And there were a few people who were commenting about how cryptocurrency is something that they don't trust. They don't understand, because if the internet goes down, it's useless, it's worthless. And my counter to that is that if the internet goes down, we've got a lot more problems to worry about than the value of our cryptocurrency. If the internet goes down, we aren't pumping gas. If the internet goes down, many people aren't buying groceries. If the internet goes down, you're not withdrawing money from the bank. If the internet goes down, you follow me? So, the reason why I picked this article today as fodder for conversation, Russia and China to launch a new international currency, isn't so much because of my interest in I dropped my phone, guys. Isn't so much because of my interest in cryptocurrency, right? But it's my interest in the relation to what an audience member wrote about in terms of what might happen if that happens. All right, but I'm not going to allow the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that I have regarding cryptocurrency. I'm not going to allow that to prevent me from investing in it. Okay, because if you ask me to explain in depth the nature of my understanding of all of the various stocks in my portfolio, the stocks that are included in my mutual funds, and the nature of how those businesses operate, I would be challenged to do so because I don't really understand it. But I trust the people who are managing those funds, and I invest in them. And let's be frank, I do it Not so much because I understand it, but I do it because that's the norm. That's the conventional method of approaching and investing. This is new. But for those who have some uncertainty and some doubts about cryptocurrency and about blockchain and what that means, I'll see if I can't put a couple other links to some things here and there in the show notes. But the show notes, as time goes on during this second quarter of the year, are going to be a little bit less comprehensive than they used to be. I just don't have the time. It's becoming increasingly difficult to take an extra 15 or 20 minutes. It's really not even that. Like an extra 15 minutes to listen to the show, take a few notes, drop a few links, and then upload it real quick. But in the springtime, and that's where we are now, April 4th, 2022, in the springtime, it becomes increasingly difficult to do that because of time constraints. So, and how busy everything is immediately. So guys, that's all I've got for today. I know that we didn't really touch on much of anything in terms of international currencies and how that might impact our lives. But, where I was going with that, and the reason why I wanted to pick this real quick in closing, and I'll skip the song for today, is that, you know, everybody's got concerns about how cryptocurrency works and what's going to happen when it doesn't. And I share those same concerns. But again, I'm not going to let that fear prevent me from missing out. All right, I'm going to utilize that and diversify just like anything and everything else in terms of investments and assets that I hold. Now, one thing that I think is important to understand is that we got to factor in homesteading into this. And homesteading is something that I will be writing about more as time goes on. Shift some gears and change up my focus and my focus, and really try to create some content more along the lines of homesteading, even though that's a little bit unnerving to me because I don't feel like a homesteader a lot. But I also understand and feel very confident that homesteading and the mentality behind it is the key to effectively dealing with the situations that we find ourselves in 2022 and what the future has in store, which is a world of pain and uncertainty on what to do, uncertainty on how to handle our finances, our money, our currencies, and things like that. And I understand that, which is all the more reason to embrace the homestead mentality, to connect with people who grow food, to learn how to do things that you don't know how to do now, and to learn how to do the things that you don't want to learn how to do, connect with others who can do those things. Homesteading isn't all about skills and raising chickens and gardens. It's about networking. It's about communicating. It's about working within your community to build a better life for when times get tough, or even if they don't, as Jack Spirko from the Survival Podcast so eloquently puts it. He likes to make fun of that line as his tagline in his show, The Survival Podcast, which you can find at thesurvivalpodcast.com or briefly at tspc.co. He likes to poke a little fun at that tagline, but the reality is that's how it works. That's what homesteading is all about. That's what his show is all about, helping us live a better life if times get tougher, even if they don't. And that's what this show is all about, helping you create the life and homestead of your dreams, because we can't really create the homestead of our dreams if we're not living the life of our dreams. So guys, although that was a little bit of a scattered episode on this Men of Order Monday, I hope that you found value in it. I hope that you understand the benefits, the pros and cons of cryptocurrency, even if you don't understand them. And even if you don't understand it, cryptocurrency that is, understand that it is part of your portfolio and an asset that is to be perceived and looked at like any other. And when you really look at your investments that you hold and compare your level of understanding of those to blockchain, I suspect that the only reason why you choose the former instead of the latter in terms of investments is because that's what you're comfortable with, and you haven't taken the time to learn and understand more. So regardless, guys, no matter how you hold your funds, your assets, your investments, if you're not working to homestead, or at least create that mentality of homesteading, there's something else to think about in this life. And we will continue to talk about all of that as time goes on. But for now, we're going to call it a day. I hope you have a great day today. I hope you have a great week. This is Rob Kaiser, and thank you.